And we're back again, fellow knife and outdoor gear enthusiast. CN,
Joel.
Just Joel, rolling out new knives this week from brands like Dawson,
Finch,
GiantMouse,
Kubey,
Begg knives. We'll get things
Why do we
started
get so much
with
joy
the
out of that?
USA-made Dawson Harvester.
That's great.
Several options from this fixed carry. Blue black, red black, gray black, white black, Ultrex camo, and Arizona one. We have the blue black one and the red black options here to show you today.
So it's 7.75 inches overall with a 3.125 inch CPM MAGNACUT Skinner blade, which features some minor jimping here, satin finish, and 0.14 inch thickness, ideal for slicing and preparing small game, as well as, any camping tasks and kindling making. The handle scales are textured G10. There's also a lanyard hole in the extended tang.
Can't beat that.
I know.
Blade comes to about 61 to 62 on the Rockwell scale. Lastly, this compact EDC with low profile black Kydex sheath allows for horizontal and vertical carry, granting you versatility in all situations, indoor or out. Find this 100% designed and handcrafted USA-made knife for only $220 from AtlanticKnife.com.
All right.
There was a ding.
There was a ding. All right, what are your thoughts on this? You can go first.
What are my thoughts?
What are your thoughts?
I like all Dawsons. I actually once tried to change my name to Dawson.
Oh, did you?
No, I set aside and said that I would just name one of my children that.
Wow.
Yep. Well, I mean, I'm not really big on Skinners, but you could use this for lots of things, obviously.
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek.
That's
Gotcha.
the only one I know.
I love the handles. The handles are tremendously crafted, I would say. In
They
the
are like
USA,
leveled up
100%.
handles.
And it has a good placement for your finger, even though it doesn't have jimping
like a
where you
thumb.
put your finger. Has it back here, but up here you don't really need it because you have the contour that your finger goes in. So that works for me. How about you? What do you say?
I really like the finish of the blade. Of course, the style of it is not really my thing, because I don't really prepare small game ever. However, I do like the vibrancy and ergonomics of the handle scales and the blade. I just can't get over the blade. It's so well ground and polished. It's so nice. And I really like the thumb rest here with the jimping. I think it's very well placed. And then, of course, like C said, if you wanted to move up a little more, you don't really need any jimping there because of where this is. So you're not going to cut yourself. And I do like the fact that the sheath is vertical and horizontal carry. I think that allows for more attachment options. I just think that's an extra piece that some people don't have. And it's 100% made in the USA. One of my favorite parts about Dawson. 100% made in the USA, designed, everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So next we're focusing on the Kubey Prism.
Can't beat that. We've got two options right now, gray and flame anodized titanium.
Yeah.
I want to show you both. Just doing that now.
Yep.
So each of these folders are 8.27 inch overall and fully opened, and sport a 3.54 inch Sandvik 14C28N Tanto blade with a flat grind, about 1/8 inch thickness, cryogenic heat treatment. Haven't made my Ted Williams joke in a while.
You haven't.
And a bead blasted finish.
Commend you on that control there.
They come to about 60 to 62 on the HRC scale. The blade operates on caged ceramic ball bearings and is opened with either
Just try to frame lock it.
the square thumb disc
Okay.
or a little button lock flip.
There
Look
you
at
go.
that.
Little button lock.
Blades are
flip.
then disengaged with the infamous button lock.
Yep. So each has a 6L4V titanium handle, as well as a 6L4V titanium pivot cap, screws, back spacer, and tip-up reversible pocket clip, which seem to match the finishes of the handle, which is a nice extra touch. Oh, look at it. Look at that. Even the back spacer, excuse me, has the flame anodization. Okay, sorry. Designed by Uzone, you can get prismatic with the Kubey Prism for just $93.75 from AtlanticKnife.com. Yep. So I really like this knife. It's kind of like a slim gentleman's carry, similar to like the CRKT CEO or the Spartan Blades Nemec, and then the two
Nesmic. Nah, you know what? Let them figure it out.
It's the smaller one that they just came out with. And the other one I can never, it's like Carry Me. I think it's Carry Me. They did a small gentleman's folder like this, and it was titanium handle. So I really like how this is, and they were kind of like in the same price range as this, or around the 90s, 100s. However, I think what sets this apart is the thumb disc, which is very different. I haven't seen a thumb disc quite like this, and the button lock, because I don't remember there being a Slim Gentleman's carry with a button lock. Maybe one of the newer CEOs might, but I think that's it. It's been a while. There's a lot of knives. So
yeah, I can't think of any that have it either.
Yeah.
I know was the Metamorph changed to a button lock?
I think it was recently, yes.
So that's
I think
slim, but not quite
joint.
like this.
Yeah.
I think the one that you're referring to was the Tecto.
Is it the Tecto?
Made a knife this slim, I believe.
It could have been Tecto.
It could have been.
But I feel like there was another one too. It was like Carry Me.
It could have been too.
I feel like that was it.
Alright.
Alright, so I like it, and the thumb disc sets apart, button lock, and of course, the flame anodization that Kubey does. It's always awesome, consistently looks good. I wouldn't mind collecting just the flame anodized line that Kubey does. You know, the Tidius is nice, this one's nice. I did another one recently.
Yeah, there is something about this type of anodization that I really like also. Some of the things for me is that, you know, the thumb disc and the screws on the bottom, it's kind of big for this knife, but you want your pocket clip to not break,
yes,
right?
And I want to be able to take the screws
small
out.
with the knife, you can't have a little teeny thumb disc. So I understand why they are that way, and they work, and that's all that matters. But for a nice little back pocket carry, I'd use this thing.
Because if you want to flip it around, I hate messing with those little tiny screws. You know you're going to strip them, so making them a little bigger is nicer, and you just flip it around. I like that.
Yep, I agree. I will hand both of these back.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so our next carry is the Begg Knives Tree Frog.
What? Aw, that's nice. Go ahead.
That makes every man want to buy one.
It
Aw,
should.
look how cute that is.
It is cute.
It's a cute
though.
little thing you got there.
You know what?
What do you do with that?
Just go.
Alright. Are you ready? Two-tone and satin. We've got them
Great.
both.
Anyways, this knife is 4.75 inches overall and showcases a 2.25-inch AUS 10 steel Warncliffe style blade. One-piece construction. Depending on the version you go with, you will either have the two-tone finish with the satin and black, or you'll have full satin.
Full sateen. Can't beat that. Anyways, this carry comes with a black Kydex neck sheath, which she's showing you now, and paracord, and is only $59.99 from AtlantaKnife.com.
Yep. Alright, you can go first. I know you don't like two-tone stuff, so I'll let you know.
No, I don't like two-tone. You know what else I don't really like?
Small knives.
Little teeny knives, yeah.
Well, I want to carry a giant neck knife, so I get the small.
For what this is purpose, I mean, yeah, it's great. I like the design of the knife.
So do I.
You know, those paraframe handles, just, it's almost like it reminds you of, it's not finished. It's just not finished. Where is the rest of it?
I don't know. I think of Michael Weston, where he shoves that really thin knife in the top of his attaché so he can like hold it to someone's carotid artery later. He wants something small and thin that fits right up top so you don't notice it. I always think of that when I see a knife this small.
It's funny. When you mention small knives, you think of Michael Weston. Yeah. I always think of Hannibal Lecter.
With the...
When he cuts that guy with the wants to get his bracelet. He's like, I got it. He's like, yeah, you got it, all right. I don't know why. That's what always comes up.
Both of those are pretty deadly individuals, so it's weird that we're not super fond of the small knives, but both of those people use small knives. So
all right.
It's kind of weird.
Are you ready?
I really like this knife. Yes, I would like to tell them what I think of it real quick. Okay. Anyways, I really like this knife. Very Karadashy, but bigger, which I prefer. I understand the purpose of the finger areas on here, you know, the cutouts, you know, add a little extra control, such a small knife. I'm not a huge fan of these. When the knife is slim and small like this, they kind of cut into my hand a little too much. But I do like that little Begg touches there that he incorporates. It's very nice, Mr. Begg. So with that, go ahead.
Mr. Begg.
Mr. Begg.
We have another Begg knife. Mr. Begg. This time it's the new Begg Knives Alligator.
See, I did a different awe. I went, oh.
See, but that's not fair. She's like, oh, you're so cute.
No, because that one's... Oh, this one's...
5 different options. Blue, black. That's the one we're showing you. So this fixed carry is 12.4 inch overall.
Ooh.
Has a killer 6.25 inch 14C 28N harpoon styled blade.
Yeah.
Which will either have a satin or black finish depending on which you choose.
Fingerprints.
Also has jimping and a plain single edge. Handle is G10. Comes in a variety of color options. Finally, this knife has a lanyard hole.
Look at the lanyard hole there. There's
A black
slot
Kydex
there.
sheath.
That's nice.
And
Hold
a
on.
black nylon belt loop.
Okay. There's the sheath. There's the belt loop. Alright, so you can wrestle you an alligator for just $103.50 from AtlanticKnife.com.
There you go.
Okay, hold on.
Wow, you're wrestling an alligator there, aren't you?
I was wrestling an alligator. So, what can you really say about this knife? It's big, it's sharp, it's amazing for the price, and it's well designed. Okay?
It's very thick.
It's a very big knife. And
You want that to
nice, Mr. Big.
be able to...
I like, well, you
If you
can
get
drain
it that
it.
full
It drains it, and I feel like it's Begg's.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like
Probably
this
more
knife.
style than the draining part.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
You know, it could have
We'll go
dual
with that.
purpose. What do you think?
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I like it. I'm not going to say it. It's a nice fixed blade knife.
You're not gonna say it?
And I would be happy to use it if there weren't other options that I preferred better. But
Wow.
other than that,
That's what we called a slightly veiled insult.
it's not an insult at all.
It was, I would carry it if there wasn't something
You want me to
better
say it,
out
don't
there.
you?
I want you to say it. Go
Just
ahead.
want to replace the Tom. Just would replace a Tom Brown Hunter or a Big Leaf.
Can
Unfortunately,
you go one episode without mentioning the Tom Brown Trekker, but we don't have a fixed blade?
one day there'll be some knife and I'm like, this is better. I like this.
It doesn't seem like it.
It may never happen. I don't know. African bush knife's nice too, but that's okay. Good
Big
styling.
Leaf and Tom Brown Tracker.
I love the handle on this. It's not really my colors. I'm not a blue-gray type guy.
I like this
but
one.
I really like it.
And the lanyard slot is big enough for my lanyards, which I like that too. I really like the sheath. I know I'm not supposed to be like obsessed with, but I like the design of the sheath. I do think maybe you should put the little lip on there just because of how big this knife is, but it does have a little slot right there,
All right.
so it does make it easier.
Plenty more carries coming up. Here we go with those. But come first. First.
You know it's coming.
Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
As well as ring that bell. Not only will you be connected with your Knife and Gear channel and notified when new content drops, but also be automatically entered into giveaways. So this time we will be giving away a Civivi Ortiz bundle, which will include a brand new sealed Civivi Ortiz. We can't show you because it's sealed, but it's popped on there. Along with some other, wee Civivi merch, like a tool or a patch or something like that. Go ahead.
And over on our blog, if you become an official AK member via the link down below, you'll be entered to win a
Mega Fanga.
Mega
One of
Fanga.
Best Tech's biggest and baddest folding knives. One of our favorites. Old-time favorite. So we're going to be giving it away, spread our Fanga obsession to another. Alright, so with that, we are back to the table looking at the new Finch Hellfire. So we're not going to give you specs this time because we'll be doing it next week because they're dropping next week. Next Friday, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I just want to give you a quick look at some of the 3 versions that'll be available. Go ahead, see.
Alrighty. So there is the Voodoo Jimped or Jigged.
Yeah, the
Jig
jig bone.
bone.
Yeah.
All
So if you
right.
look closer, there's some little black flecks in there, which I think gives it a little extra uniqueness instead of just being white.
You can't beat that. Then there's the Sabotage in red shredded carbon fiber.
Yeah, that one's really nice too.
Like that one.
Yep.
And finally, Inferno. It's gold glitter resin.
Yeah, every guy wants gold glitter resin. I actually like this one best though. If I'm
This is
being
the
honest.
first time I got to tell you that I was not able to go, oh, we'll sell more of these.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of with you there. I'm not sure which one will be the best, most sought after version. It might be the bone. It might be the resin. It might be the fur. I don't know. You're right. I'm with you on that.
I bought all of them
Feel
equally.
how flush that is? Feel that.
Yeah, that's nice. It is very nice. It's almost like the
Like an
interior of a
exact.
dash of a very nice car.
That's great.
Alrighty.
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur.
Okay,
Self-indulgent weenie.
go ahead.
These will be dropping March 8th, next Friday. So if you want one, make sure you watch our emails and website. And let's hit Next knife, the GiantMouse ACE Tribeca. New model, limited edition, only 200.
Only 200. So, it is 7.375. There you go. When fully deployed, and has a 2.875 MAGNACUT steel blade with stonewash finish, 0.13 inch blade thickness, little bit of chimping, and a plain single edge. So the blade, which operates on ball bearings, is open with either the thumb slot here, or you can go with the jimp back flipper tab. So there you are. Handle is green anodized titanium with brass back spacer, which doubles as a lanyard hole, and also features a tip-up reversible wired pocket clip.
The blade is disengaged with the AISI 420 hardened bead blasted stainless liners, weighing only 5.1 ounce and made in Maniago, Italy. This folder is only $285 from
AtlantaKnife.com.
We need to emphasize that.
Yeah.
A little too much.
It's okay. AK requires a lot of emphasis sometimes. So, I love this knife. Kind of a mashup of...
We don't want people to think we're hiding it.
Oh, yeah. AtlantaKnife.com. You know, somebody said...
I know.
Of course. What do you think? What? Duh! Alright, so no one's going to have any idea what I was talking about there. Alright, so I really like this knife. It's kind of like a mashup of GiantMouse's other knives. I really like the titanium color and the brass accent. Steel, though, is what really draws me in. The MAGNACUT. It is big right now, and it is super sharp, dependable, resilient in terms of blade retention. I really like it. Amazing steel, and I think it was smart to put it on this limited edition piece. Now, there's no little serialization on there. I feel like you could have done that, but it's okay. I still really like it. See, what do you think?
She still really likes it.
Yep.
Well, I really like it also. I like that it's
Switch it out.
MAGNACUT. I mean, they didn't tell me who designed this, but I think I already know.
I think it's a combo.
Do you think it
like,
is?
Isn't it like Jesper Voxnes
And Jens Enzo?
and Jens Enzo? Yeah, I feel like that's kind of who.
I could definitely tell
combos.
the last one was going to be in there. I mean, it is a very nice knife. I love
Rounded spine's good.
the see-through chassis part, my favorite part, besides the choil. It's got the flipper like we always like, snaps to attention. It's got a nice rounded, finished, I might add, rounded
Choil there.
choil.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that also. Price-wise, $285. That's what you're going to get with small
Maniago,
custom, small
yeah.
niche, small makers anymore.
Yeah.
So, not bad.
Yep.
I like it.
I do too.
All right.
All right. And it's on to the Kubey Pylades. So 7 different versions, varying from red, white, tan, and black. They'll either have a satin or black wash finish. All right, we have the most poppin' one, I think.
Alrighty.
Let's see.
So this folder is 4.65 inch AUS 10 blade, which comes to about 59 to 61 on the HRC scale. It's also got a black wash finish, 0.16 thickness, jimping in a single plain edge. Handle scales are G10, though as we mentioned, there are other collar options available. The handle has a built-in lanyard hole, as well as a tip-up reversible pocket clip.
Also got the mega barrel spacers here. Blade, which is also mega, is deployed with the jimped back flipper tab and then disengaged with the stainless liners which match the finish of the blade. Overall, this folder, when fully opened, is 10.59 inches and weighs just 5.65 ounces. So you can be the Prince of Fauquis with the Kubey Pylades for only $52.50 from AtlantaKnife.com.
Wow, that must took some man hours to figure out something that rhymes with Pylades.
Well, that's where he's from.
Gotcha.
So, there you go. At
All
least
right.
according to the myth.
I think the most interesting thing I find about this knife is the price.
It is a good price.
AUS 10A. Okay, I mean, it's not a high-end steel, but it's not bad. And it's only $50.
Yeah, I'm a little thrown by that too.
Well, you shouldn't be.
I am a little.
It's a
I
good
know it's
design.
Kubey, and I know it's a design, but I feel like should have been a little higher.
It'd probably be a little awkward to have in your pocket, I would say, because the handle length is so long. But
Really?
I know.
Really?
Oh, I know. I know.
Really?
Well, in this state, you can carry anything you want.
Really?
So, yes.
You're gonna bring this up with this knife, but when we were talking about the XL, you're like, just put it in your pocket.
Just put it in your pocket.
It's a regular pocket knife. And
I actually put that thing in my pocket.
well,
when I went out of town the
what's
other
the
day.
problem with this one then?
It stuck up my back while I was riding down the road. I was
That's
like,
great.
got home, my back was hurting. I was like, man, that seat is uncomfortable. I gotta do something about that.
Definitely not the knife there.
I mean, it's nice. If you're into large knives,
If you have a large knife collection, this needs to go in.
and I wonder
And for the
if they
price.
will.
Like do a high-end
Yeah.
version? I'm kind of curious
Sometimes
too.
when they do a high-end version over there, they do a 14C28N, or they'll do a high-end version with a G10 handle or a not a titanium handle.
Put some anodization to that.
But I think that
You do it, people will come.
I think it'll be very popular. Like their logo design too now.
Alrighty. Biggest Kubey yet. I obviously think it has a cold steel Espada XL look going for it. Same steel too, a little smaller, which might suit others more. Jeez. No triad lock though, which I think can be both good and bad. I think it's a very, very interesting design for Kubey. I gotta flip it one more time.
Isn't the Espada S35 in?
The one we did last week was 10.
Was it?
10. Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
And it had like the ruby red.
Because they use AUS 10A a lot.
They do.
So, alright.
Alright.
So we're hitting another Dawson.
Yay!
This time it's the latest Nomads. Each is limited edition with this sateen finish.
Yep.
5 options. Some are already sold out. You knew that would happen.
Yeah, it always happens with
Always
Dawson.
does.
Yeah.
Never send enough.
Nope.
But that's probably why they sell out so easy.
It's probably. Alright, so we have the gray black, red black, and the Ultrex camo. So these fixed blades are 8.75 inches overall with 3.75 inch MAGNACUT drop point blades that are 0.14 inch thick with a little bit of jimping, single plane edges, and are 61 to 62 on the Rockwell scale. We've already caught it. It's too late.
You already caught me. Too
Yeah.
late.
Wait it through. Throw it up there again.
Okay.
Third time?
All have textured G10 handles, large finger choils, lanyard holes in their extended tangs, and comes with a horizontal or vertical carry back black
There you go.
Kydex sheath. I was trying to look at the sheath, even though I've seen it earlier. Kind of reminded me of carbon fiber. I know it's not.
It does.
But the design on it is. Let's see. They are 100% made in the USA.
Yep.
Can't beat that. And how much do they cost? $310?
Yep.
$310 from AtlanticKnife.com. They're also limited, so you should grab them.
They are very limited, so I don't know which one I like best. Here, you can have the red.
All right, I'll take the red one.
I think I'm gonna pass on camo. I'm not a big camo girl. Maybe on an outfit, not on my knife. All right, so I love this model more than the Harvester, not just because it's bigger, but because of the drop point blade. I personally see myself using this style blade more. Knife is built for all things outdoor instead of the small game type of thing. Breathtaking looking. I still love the polish and grind of this knife. Oh, look at that. Just look at it. It's so nice. And you know what? I think this is a knife that could be passed down. I mean, it's just really nice. It will do the job, and it'll keep on trucking for years to come. Because that USA made quality, if I do say so myself.
I feel
All
the
right,
same
go ahead.
way. I do feel like it's a knife that could be passed down. It's a good design. If it was on that one, I would definitely be on top of that. Because I like how the end piece on that one is done. It's a little smaller than this one.
Yeah, but you might be able to... don't.
No. But
I would do it.
there is
but
more contouring on this handle. It looks almost like a topographical map. I mean, it is amazing how it fits your hand. You can find so many different little
tailor-made
places
glove there.
to put your fingers, and it still feels very comfortable. Has a jimping on top, so if you want to use it for precision cutting, you can. Usable choil, but be careful using the choil so you don't cut yourself on the edge. It's also sharp.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. So
I choose.
this one's an A in my book.
Wow, he's giving it grades
I like
now?
the sheath. Oh, one more thing. I like the sheath, except there is one small thing here.
No.
If you wear old man belt, you know, big thick leather belt. I'm not saying I wear old man belt. But if you do, it won't go all the way over it. Now, a lot of people, when they go out in the woods, and that's how they'll wear a cloth belt. That would be no problem whatsoever, or a smaller belt. And it'd fit a dress belt. But some people don't even wear belts anymore. Most of the younger kids don't even wear belts.
Yeah, and
So.
you can tell that. All right.
Oh, this is our final knife. GiantMouse ACE Atelier.
It's great. It's great. All right, so this new version keeps some of the same specs as the original. So it's 6.813 inches overall with a 2.875 inch LMAX steel blade with some spine jimping, satin finish, and a single plain edge. Wow, I am so sorry. I touched this beforehand and
Yep, you stained it. Throwing now. Open box.
Yep.
It's going open box anyway, probably.
Plain single edge. However, the handle is textured gray titanium this time around, and it's got the brass backspacer here. Great example of exceptional design quality. This Atelier, I'm saying Atelier, is sure to become a favorite among all.
You can say whatever you want.
I will, thank you. Go ahead.
This liner locks blade, which operates on ball bearings, is disengaged with a nested liner and open with thumb slot. Also has a brass backspacer, which doubles as a lanyard hole.
Lanyard hole.
Finally, has a tip-up reversible wired pocket clip. Was made in Maniago. And it's just $2.85 from AtlanticKnife.com.
Nice ting. Alright, so I liked the original Atelier, and I love this model. However, I maintain that on like these higher end models, especially those made in Maniago, you should have something a little nicer than a wire pocket clip. Now don't get me wrong, they work, they're light, I get it, easy to flip around. I just feel like, you know, matching the titanium handle with the matching pocket clip, or maybe like involving some brass in it, just like a little bit.
They love those wire pocket clips.
They do. I just feel like a higher end pocket clip wouldn't be out of line. If I'm going to go $2.85, I kind of
I think they go for a working pocket clip as their favorite part of it.
Well,
they
yeah.
like how it works.
I told you it works. I just feel like a titanium clip or something a little more unique would
It's very nice
be
knife.
fine. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like the backspacer. It's even though it doesn't really match in color, it seems to really fit in this styling. I like that it's rounded on top. They've taken the time to do that. They have the jimping right in the spot where you would use it, just for me.
Just right.
I like that
third
part.
porridge, isn't it?
And even though this is a little bit smaller than I would like, just a little bit, it does fit my hand nicely.
Just
so I won't complain
bit.
about it. I love the backspacer.
I think that's one of their things, because lots of their knives, they do a brass backspacer or like a copper on a lot of their knives. So I think that's kind of like their signature.
But it's LMAX too. So.
True, LMAX.
You know, you can't beat
nice.
that. All right.
You really can't. Okay.
That was our last knife, so you know what's coming. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit those buttons. As well as ring the bell. Not only will you be in the Knife Know with AK, notified whenever new stuff is released, but you'll also be entered in giveaways, like the Civivi Ortiz bundle. Or is that Ortiz?
I say Ortiz, you say Ortiz.
Ortiz. Who knows? Make sure to become an official AK member via the link down below. That way you're also entered into the Mega Fanga giveaway.
Mega giveaway. Alright. Favorite and least favorite this week. You guys can do it too. You know, let us know what your favorite and least favorite was this week. And go.
I don't think I have a least favorite.
Just
had to glance at the table. I'm really having a difficult time. Why don't you go first?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go first. I'm going to go with the Alligator. The Begg Alligator is my favorite. I do really like the Nomad, though. It's like a really close second. Really, really close. So, second. That close. Alright, and my...
Alright, so go ahead.
You want me to do my least favorite?
Yeah, go ahead.
The Begg.
Yeah. I tossed the Finches out altogether.
Yeah, because they're not the same.
Because they'll be here next week.
Yeah.
So,
favorite...
That narrowed it down for me. I guess I'm going to... It really is not much choice for me. I have two choices. And...
Pick one. Eeny, meeny.
I'll go with the little guys.
What? Yes.
Yeah, the button lock sealed
That
it.
is so not where I thought you were going to go.
Nope, I was going to go here, right?
Yeah. I think we're going to go with the Dawson or
Yeah.
maybe the Tribeca or
I
the
really
Atelier.
like those. Those are really nice.
They are.
Only problem is they cost me about $1,000 to collect those.
Yeah.
There's 3 right there.
You just gotta
Ugh.
be specific which ones you go
You have
with.
to have a certain display for those.
Oh, yeah.
You $1,500 all in by the time you're done.
But it looks so
You
good.
never, when you die, get that. Well, yeah, maybe. Depends. Our quarter may be worth about, what,
I'm sorry,
5
Todd.
cents by that point.
Maybe
so
if you make it bigger.
This thing's nice. And I like the, I love the animation. Alright, that's it. Like that. I'm C, and this was...
Jewel. Just Jewel.
I don't know what we're having this week. Probably some chicken. Signing off.
Freaking. That's fried chicken together. Freaking.
Freaking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I see one
They shouldn't
more
have knives anyway.
ducky boxers. I am going to flip out.
All
I don't
right.
know why. Where they get the idea that's...
Because you want to see their
attractive.
underwear? Yeah, speaking of underwear.
With duckies on it. Yeah, of course.
Bought my wife some camouflage underwear.
Did you?
Took her outside, can't find her.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good, wasn't it?
Good?
Yeah.
Define good.
It was supposed to be like a...
Didn't...
Yeah, not even really that funny.
Okay. Wow, go ahead.
Do I have to?
Yeah, after the didn't...
Oh, this is our final knife.
Alright, so, I think this is very, like, Kiradashi-like. I mean,
Pet the knives.
I understand
make me feel better.
the purpose.
little... You're so cute.
Just hug the alligator.
The alligator.
I knew it was going to happen. When we heard that phone ring earlier, I was like, it's going to ring while we're doing the video. And it's the same person.
Estepedo.
Estepedo needs to realize we're closed at 6. We no answer phone after 6. Unless, you know, the employee boss wants to
Alright, ready?
bump a raise.
Where we at? I can't remember the people are. They always talk about as the Rolls Royce of printers. Can't remember their names.
Some printers.
You know who it is, see?
Oh,
People who do the printing for
the
Picasso.
Rolls-Royce of
And they did
printers.
the...
So my favorite is going to be this Begg knife.
you guys have all been into that alligator for some
I
reason.
really, really like this knife. I like the look of it. I like the sheath. I like this knife. This knife
Camera
is
Girl
awesome.
really liked it also, as well as the people who were doing the product descriptions and all that
I like this
on it.
knife.
They were talking all about the alligator.
I really like the Dawsons too, though. I can't. Darn you, Geppetto! Quit calling! What does he think? That we were at 6, so now we're at 8? You know what? Geppetto's gonna meet the alligator in just a minute. It's gonna go right through the phone.
And said that I would just name one of my children that.
Wow.
Yep.
That's great.
Oh, about the knife.
Did not make that promise.
I did that already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.